Strongly consider giving you tracking if you give me a UA today that's negative. You want to do that?
The answer to that, Your Honor.
You want to do a UA today?
No.
All right. So do not come back after Fiesta.
And so I'm not trying to use that as an excuse or anything. I'm just saying it's been very tough. I lived in a shelter when I got arrested. When I got out, I had nowhere to go.
All right, because the last time you use may be the last time you use, because you never know what you're getting.
You're right.
Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a look at a courtroom case featuring Judge Boyd. It involves a mother of three and a pretty intense legal battle. Let's watch it unfold together.
At the same time, apparently, they had some conversation while they were in jail. Other than that, there's been no contact with them.
All right, tell you what, this is what I'll do. I'll consider your motion, but I'll consider it after Fiesta. Fiesta is upcoming, so after Fiesta reapproaching the court, will strongly consider it.
I think the court is completely unreasonable. She made it a little fun, Your Honor. I understand the court.
Yes.
I will come back.
Yes, and then we can see that after Fiesta.
Can I ask, could he just GPS, just monitor where I go? And
So what, it can see you on the Riverwalk and at Fiesta?
It can see where I'm at, but I can still be free, to like, if there's an emergency and I need to go to the store, and it's late after curfew or something, I would be able to do that without.
I tell you what, I will strongly consider giving you tracking if you give me a UA today that's negative. You want to do that?
The answer to that, Your Honor.
You want to do a UA today?
No.
All right. So do not come back after Fiesta, because obviously if I get a UA, that UA is not going to be clean. And you should be doing some sober meetings, because you shouldn't be taking care of your children when you're using, we're off the record. What are you going to be positive for?
Meth and marijuana.
All right. And who is here with you? Who are you, sir?
My boyfriend.
Do you live with her and her children? Why are you here today? Why are you not at work? Do you have a job? You should probably be out somewhere looking for employment. That's how best you can support people. Because right now, because you don't have employment, guess what? Somebody else is supporting you. And how old are you? I'm sorry? You're 21 and somebody is supporting you, a grown adult, because you're coming here to support her. Have you been around her children? And if you were drug tested today, what are your tests going to be? Tell the truth, shame the devil. What is your result going to be? Yeah. So I got two adults using drugs around children. No. And you know what? Your curfew is going to get tightened up, because obviously something else is going on. What's her curfew? What's your curfew time?
6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Well, that's going to stop. And do you have employment, really?
No, I do not have employment.
Yeah.
I would like employment. I live almost in the middle of nowhere, and my vehicle, whenever I got arrested, I had just bought from a girl that I met, and I met her in rehab, and we did the shelter together, and I wasn't able to get the title to it. When I got out, I had my vehicle still, but it wasn't legal, and I don't have my vehicle anymore because using it, it's gotten impounded, and the girl that I bought it from, I can't get a hold of her. Yeah.
Well, here we go. Someone trying to treat GPS tracking like it's some kind of special event pass, all while openly admitting to using meth and marijuana right there in court. The judge, impressively calm through it all, offers a straightforward option. Just show you're staying clean. But even that turns out to be too much. Instead, the courtroom turns into story hour, with a sad mix of towed cars, rehab roommates, and jobs that don't actually exist.
All right. So here's the thing. How old are your two children?
Anna is 7 and Aiden is 4. And I also have a 9-year-old. She lives with her dad. I'm just here to be completely honest. I do want help. I do want recovery. This isn't what I chose. When I got arrested, I had just had 1 year sober. I'd been sober for a year on crimes that I did not commit. My life has been really hard. I was in there for 5 months. I spent the first week not knowing who, what, when, where, why I had these charges. And so I'm not trying to use that as an excuse or anything. I'm just saying it's been very tough. I lived in a shelter when I got arrested. When I got out, I had nowhere to go. I'm lucky to even be out. My bond was so high. And I had met these people right before I got arrested. I only met them once. They offered me a room, and they helped me get out of jail. It all turned out to be under guise for something else. And
Now, tell me about how old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
Why would you meet some random people
I was in jail.
and you then start living with them and you have children with you?
They weren't completely random. I just didn't know them all too well.
And are your children physically living with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And where are your children right now?
They're at school.
All right. So,
I will do anything and everything I want.
what you're going to do is you're going to have a seat right over in that box. Could somebody please pick up the phone, call next door to Child Protective Services so that we don't have somebody who's high on meth with marijuana taking care of children. Could somebody pick, everybody? I don't remember the number. I haven't worked over there in so long. I think it's 335-627 something. But she needs treatment, and I can't have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old living with you. You're using meth and marijuana. You have a boyfriend here who doesn't have a job, who's using meth and marijuana, which you shouldn't even have in your life. Excuse me, sir, did you drive her down? All right, you can give her change for via bus or something, but you all should not be together because you are enabling each other.
I don't live a bus limit.
I'm sorry, what?
I will get her home.
You don't have to do that, Mr.
I
Young.
will.
Thank you, Mr. Young. So what we're going to do is I'm trying to get you help, trying to get your children help. So we're going to get a CPS worker to hopefully get help for her and her children and get you drug treatment because you need all of that. And there's only so much I can do with your cases because they're aggravated robberies. I can't refer you to felony drug court because you're not under my jurisdiction for that. But you need help and your children need help.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, because the last time you use may be the last time you use because you never know what you're getting.
You're right.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to have you remain in the courtroom, Mr. Young, and we'll see if we can get her some help and get her children some help. Thank you, Mr. Young.
Are we released in your own?
Well, she needs to remain in the courtroom.
I know that.
Yes.
Right when you were.
Yeah.
Are we going to trial?
No, we're not going to go. Well, I don't want to send you to trial today when she is positive for drugs. So, I mean, that's not an excuse for everybody, but obviously there are more things going on with the positive for drugs, trying to see what to do with her children who are in school. So she's not going to be going to trial today.
All
right. Thank you. But
she's not in custody, is that correct?
No, she's not in custody.
In the box.
You really have to hand it to the judge for staying calm during what felt like a live episode of What Not to Do as a Parent. Picture this, trying to explain basic parenting and safety to a 28-year-old who thought inviting strangers from rehab to live with her and her kids was a solid plan. The judge, armed with common sense, a phone, and saint-level patience, just picks up and calls Child Protective Services like it's all in a day's work.
In the box.
Yes, in the box. We've already had someone speak to her about helping her with the minor children who are in her care. But what I need is for somebody from pretrial services until CPS is actively in her case with her safety plan. If someone can make sure that they go out to visit her home to make sure that the children are okay. And my understanding is that the children are going to be picked up from school today and everything is going to be explained to them about the family-based services. Is that correct? Yes. But if I could get somebody from pretrial services to go out to her home today. All right. So she's going to give me a number. And then is there anything else that's going to be happening with her? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, Norma, I want this case recalled for Monday because I want to make sure everything is on track. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I know where Monday would not be a good day to call it back.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. What I'm going to do is we'll recall it back. Can we recall this back on the 24th? All right, we're going to come back on the 24th and I'm going to see where you are. People can only help you as much as you want to be helped. I overheard you saying that you've been in felony drug courts before, and I know that's a great program.
Yes, you put me in it.
Yeah.
I got to.
So you got to do better.
It wasn't for these charges. I would have completed it successfully and you tell me where I would have been.
But see, here's the thing. Things happen in everybody's life. Everybody's life goes through ups and downs. I don't know anybody on the planet whose life is always up here and they never had any problems. Okay, other than John Young, your attorney. But people, things hit you, waves hit you. But when waves hit you, the answer is not, let me go back to what I know, when what you know is not great for you. The answer is, yeah, all you had to do was pick up the phone, call your sponsor, and you should have one, and say, hey, this is what's happened to me. These charges are not, good charges. I didn't do this. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm going to use. Then your sponsor will tell you, no. What we do is, these are the steps we take. We don't start using. So don't blame your problems on someone else. The choices that you make, those are not to be blamed on somebody else.
You're right, and I'm not proud of them. I'm gonna be honest. I do want to help.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see what's happening. Ms. Ferguson, all right. Can you give her a reset form for April 24th? So we're going to recall you back on April 24th. And when you come in here on April 24th, I want you to be clean. Do you understand? And she's going to remain on GPS, and on the GPS monitor, I am not doing that. You said it was 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I believe that's what she said.
We're not doing that anymore because that's not working for you. You understand? So I'm going to put her curfew, and your curfew is going to be 7 a.m.
I believe she puts the kids on the bus at 7 a.m. So I think she has to leave.
But I think they're going to do a family-based service.
Let's hear it for the judge, who somehow managed to turn the courtroom into a mix of rehab intervention and motivational seminar, without ever losing their cool. We've got a defendant in the hot seat, CPS on speed dial, GPS monitors lighting up the place, and through it all, the judge is calmly offering real-life advice like a legal version of Dr. Phil. They even set up a personal follow-up meeting, like a parent-teacher conference for adults who just can't seem to get the hang of being grown-ups.
Plan.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to do your curfew from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if there's some sort of violations of that, let me bring them back in. Sorry to bring you back, guys. So on Samantha Richards, I'm going to change her curfew to 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, her attorney is telling me she has to put the children on the school bus. So I'm giving Child Protective Services a week to get the family-based services plan worked out. So if there is a violation of GPS for this week and next week, and if it's because she's dropping children off at school, don't file it. But after the 24th, if there's some more issues, then I'll ask for you to go ahead and file violations on her. Because Child Protective Services is trying to work through getting the children with a different relative, getting her in family-based services. So her curfew is going to be 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's it. And our school's off for Battle of the Flowers. All right, so she shouldn't be going anywhere on Battle of the Flowers Day because school is out on Battle of the Flowers here. So that Friday, she shouldn't be going anywhere. And then I'm going to reset her for April 24th. And at that time, I'll know what Child Protective Services is doing. And I'm still working on getting the phone number for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. So are we doing this up until Child Protective Services gets involved? We're
Yes.
doing home visits every day?
Yes. Until the children have been taken, been placed with other relatives. And, as I said before, you may not have to go out there. I'm just waiting for the person who's here to give me a number so that you all have a number. So you may be able to call to check to see if it's been done. But even with calling and checking, I want at least one visit to our home, even if Child Protective Services is taking things over, because we have a boyfriend who's using it as well. They say they don't live together, and they probably shouldn't be living together. Thank you. All right. Barbara, do you need anything else with Miss Richards? Okay.
Just need the reset for this.
Honestly, watching this judge in action feels like a masterclass in managing grown adults who still need GPS monitors just to get through life. She's juggling curfews, drug tests, CPS calls, and somehow still remembers local school holidays like Battle of the Flowers. Meanwhile, the folks standing before her can't even manage to avoid using meth around their own kids. She's not just handing out justice, she's practically running a one-woman social services office, powered by patience and plain old common sense, which seems to be in very short supply in that courtroom.